What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Super Gamer Boys. I'm your host and colonel and dad, Garrett Morlang. And here in the virtual studio with me is the king of video games and resident superstar, Adrian Holmes. What's up,
going on,
Adrian?
gentlemen?
How's it going?
Not too bad. Just got off of another power washing job. I was working on an RV. It was
Nice.
pretty grimy, but I got a lot of the rust off with the really good thin nozzle that gets that good pressure going.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby, she's shining like a diamond now.
That is awesome. Also joining us here tonight is the heavyweight podcasting champion of the world, JJ Purdom.
What's up, boys? Dude, thank you so much, Garrett, for making my day once again like you normally do when you said you struggled with the name of the podcast right at the top right now. And I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know if you're just half asleep. I don't know if you're just, your mind's in the
You caught
the wrong
that? You
place,
caught that
potentially the
hesitation?
gutter.
I hesitated a
Oh,
little
yeah, you're
bit.
like, which show am I doing again?
So the problem is, like, literally 30 seconds before we started, I was telling you guys about something with Spooky Gamer Boys. There you go. A little hint, a little teaser for you guys. And I almost said, well, there's another episode of Spooky Gamer Boys. I'm like, wait, no.
No.
I probably should have been paying attention when you talked, Garrett. I didn't do that. So I didn't catch that thing about Spooky Gamer Boys. Do tell. But you could tell me later, I guess.
Yeah, no, off air. Definitely not here. Top secret.
Before you say too much.
Yeah. So, JJ, how's it going? How are you this week? You're here 2 weeks in a row.
It never
A
happens.
new record.
Dude, right? I feel like it is. Well, I don't know if you guys, if I sent you those photos of my feet today, but I got a pedicure earlier on today, and I haven't done this in a while. And I was
Let's
worried
be
they were
clear about that. You tried to send us photos of your feet after they got a pedicure. Okay,
After they were
we didn't
cleaned up.
ask for them.
Right.
I want to make that clear.
They were not solicited. Yeah, no.
Thank
it was
you. Okay.
I just sent them. You guys were not like requesting feet
Wait.
pictures.
Those
Right.
those pictures you sent was from after?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I can feel it cutting you.
Yeah, just like my nails were cutting me, and others. I mean, it was pretty bad. But at one point, these two little ladies that were doing my massage and my foot deal next to another woman, and they're doing this, and honest to God,
Massage.
well, yeah, and they get really weird if you ask for extras. Trust me. It was kind of odd because at one point in Cantonese, they apparently do not have the word for dirty. Because I very clearly heard the word dirty come out while the two employees were speaking together. And then they just kept rolling like it was nothing. And I thought to myself, oh, they don't have a word in Cantonese for dirty.
They don't have a word. They don't have a word for that extreme of dirtiness. It's like it was so. It was such an intense. It was such an intense level of dirtiness.
Oh, there's a level.
Yeah, they're like, oh man, we don't have a word for this dirty, so they have to use an American word, which is a dirty thing to even do.
That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense completely. But you should see these feet now, and I'll send you some more photos. Don't worry. They're looking gorgeous right
thanks.
now. I did not go with the clear nail polish like I normally do when I get these things gussied up. Yeah, they're looking pretty good.
You should be getting ready for your oranges and reds, right? I mean, fall's coming up. You need a nice fall palette.
Yeah, no, I'm not allowed to do color on my nails for some reason. I already kind of stand out in a crowd, Adrian, and so you really don't want to do that to somebody my size. It's a little freak showy, it just a little bit too much.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I know where the line is at, man. You know what I mean? I know where, unlike others, I know where the line is at and where to draw it. And so there's a firm one. It's in the dirt. You see it clearly. There's a line.
Okay. I'll let you have it there. I'll leave it there.
Okay. Yeah, well, with that, let's move on here.
I feel like that was the worst lie I've ever told. I have a line. Come on, it's me, guys. I'm just playing.
Today,
I have a code of ethics.
A code of ethics.
Today, we're talking about Microsoft blaming Sony of blocking rights Hogwarts Legacy is delayed again, and PT celebrates 8 years with a tweet from the person who took it down. But first, let's give a quick shout out to our Patreon producers, Bumble Smash and Eddie Martin, and our Super Gamer sponsors, Julie Bates, Mama Mare, and Kajoma. Thank you all so much for supporting us. If you want to be awesome just like those folks, head over to patreon.com/supergamerboys. Support us over there. Starting at just $1 a month, you can get episodes early and ad-free, such as this show and our Super Gamer Book Club, hosted by Adrian. The episode up this month is Star Wars Republic Commando. That was a fantastic episode to record. It was fun just
not a fantastic game.
Yeah, it was fun just tearing that game a new one. If you're on the fence about supporting us, you want to check out some of our previous episodes, you can listen to some of our older stuff. About 2 months back, we will release those. The one that is out now on the free feeds, any podcast services, or youtube.com/supergamerboys. It's the Super Gamer Book Club about Super Mario World, featuring Patrick and Mark from the Nintendo Cartridge Society. Fantastic episode, maybe even one of the best we've done. That was a blast, so go check that out. And I only say that because freaking Patrick, 100% of the game, doing all like 90 something levels in it, and he has like encyclopedic knowledge of this game. Absolutely insane. So,
well, if you stop right here on this block, do a spin jump, and wait 2 seconds, a boo will appear. That's pretty much what it was for the whole thing.
Crazy. He just knows the game inside and out. Kind of like how I know like Metal Gear and stuff. Like he knows Super Mario World like the back of his hand. This month we are playing through Omori, and it's the special guest this episode is going to be Ray from twitch.tv/RayToRat. Fantastic to have her back after the previous episode she did with us, Little Nightmares 1 and 2. And yeah, I'm stoked. I know you've been playing the game quite a bit. I haven't gotten to play too much more, but I'm excited. It's yeah.
All I'm gonna say is it's getting good. I can't wait for you to get rolling on it, dude.
I mean, already it's like there's been like just wild little like glimpses of things, like kind of like subliminal messaging almost. It's like,
yeah,
like almost like broadcasting a little bit, foreshadowing a little bit like what could be coming.
Peeking out from behind the door.
Yeah, and it's just like, wait a second, like what's going on? Yeah. So but we'll talk more about our Patreon later on the show. Let's give a shout out to Jack Sriracha and Yate for allowing us to use their music on our show. We appreciate them so much. They make fantastic music, fantastic art all around. Go follow them. Go check out all their accounts that are associated over there. Their main account is @BrotherFar. Go check him out on Instagram and Twitter. He's fantastic. But let's get on with the show. It's now time to check the mailbag. Oh no, JJ is frozen. I see. I think he's faking it. He's just holding steady to try to fake being frozen so he doesn't have to do a mailbag bit. That's what's going on here. Uh-oh. I can't hear you, Adrian. Are you muted?
You can't hear me now?
Oh, yeah, now I can hear you. You're muted. Oh. You're muted. I was like, am I all alone
Don't
here?
Do
What's
that. I was
happening?
sweating, dude.
No, I mean, I couldn't. I was being
I forgot.
JJ is gone. I think he's fallen asleep, actually. He kind of looks like he's just passed out in his
Is
chair.
he faking sleep? This is the stillest I've ever seen him. He better be frozen.
I mean, we'll see.
It's pretty good.
So, boy, mailbag bit this week.
Maybe he stored it in his mind, and he has to go into his mind palace to get the mail out. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now,
maybe that's where he is right now. He's having an out of body experience right now.
Now, is this like a Sherlock Mind Palace type thing, like the BBC Sherlock show with Benedict Cumberbatch, or is this a Stranger Things 11 Mind Palace type thing, or she goes in the deprivation tank and stuff like that?
Knowing JJ, with how cluttered it probably is in there, I'm saying it's probably an 11 Mind Palace.
Boy, I mean, he's gone deep. He's not even in the call anymore. He's totally dropped out. So he's
gone.
He's gone.
He's in the.
It's like Inception. He's gone like multiple dreams deep
he's
now,
in the spectral plane.
He's gone. He's lost forever.
He's too many layers deep. Pull him out. We don't have to do mailbag. JJ, come back. Come back.
Come back, please. Shoot, we're just getting the listener questions. He's asleep in us, but
forget it. Hopefully he'll be back. Hopefully he can find his way out. Let's go.
All right. This first question comes to us from CJM, and they ask, you walk into a bar after a long day of work, and as you enter, you happen to recognize a couple of Sorry, I read that word funny. I choked on my spit in my mouth. A couple of executives from Xbox across the bar. After they've had a few drinks, they decide it's time to leave, and upon doing so, you notice they've left something behind. Out of curiosity, you walk over and see it's a blank white disc in a plain white case with nothing written on it. You look around to see no one's watching, and you pick it up and take it home. When you put the disc into the console and let it start up, you are greeted with a pop-up message that says, finished and ready to release product, which then loads to the Starfield menu screen. Do you A, get in contact with Xbox to give it back? B, leak it to the press? C, produce copies of the game and sell them? Or D, keep the game to yourself to play?
I think you and I are going to pick the same choice, and that's E. Throw the game in the garbage. Don't even bother with it.
100%. Now, when CJM wrote the question, that's the first thing that popped in my mind. I loved how when we always go over the show notes before the show, that was the first thing out of your mouth too. You're like, oh, throw it in a trash can. I'm like, oh my gosh. We're like the same exact wavelength there. Just like, this game looks like butt. Like, throw it in a trash can. And I threw it on the ground, you know? I mean,
stomped on it a little bit, rubbed it in the dirt.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose one of these four, it'd probably just be D. Like, I would keep it, play it. I'm not looking to blow up Microsoft. Like, I like them, and if I'm continuing to do this show, I want to make sure I have a good standing and a relationship with Xbox. And so I don't know, because I feel like A, getting in contact and giving it back could almost put off a weird thing. Like, well, how did you get this? Did you steal it? Like, they could accuse me of something. Where if I just keep it, play it, and then ditch it and just pretend like nothing ever happened, no one's none the wiser, you know? Like, no one has to know about it. But it's my own little thing.
But say you pick A, right?
Uh-huh.
If you pick that one and you call them and you tell them that you found it, don't you think that they encrypt them or something with a certain key so they know whose copy it is and what station it came from or something like that?
You're 100% right. As soon as I fire that game up, they're going to know I'm playing it anyways. Unless I unplug it from the internet. I have to unplug my Xbox from the internet. The Xbox I don't have, I'd have to unplug it and play it. Did you watch...
So if any... Huh?
I was going to say, did you watch... I think it came out last month. Linus Tech Tips put out a video. They got a hold of an Xbox... I can't remember if it's a series.
It was a 1X dev kit, I think.
1X dev kit, yeah.
And they got bricked immediately.
Yeah. Well, they were able to mess around with it for a while. And then, the second they hooked it up to the internet, is boom, instantly locked. So it's I feel like it'd be a similar thing with that disc.
If they catch your Xbox reading that disc, it's done. You might as well throw it away.
Your account's locked, your system's bricked, and,
you are no longer a Microsoft customer.
So maybe... So I think first I'd try unplug it from the internet and playing it. If it didn't load up, then I guess I would have to go with A. Just call them up and be like, hey.
If I knew it was Starfield, right? Because you know how the game it when you put it in an Xbox, it doesn't automatically start it up unless you have it set that way. It tells you what it is before it starts playing. If I see Starfield, I'm not doing it. Because you know why? You know the biggest reason why? Because I know it's not done.
But I mean, that's what this says. It says it's a finished. This is a finished copy. The pop-up message says finished and ready to release.
Not with Bethesda, it's not. Not with Bethesda, it's not. That's what I'm saying. I know it's not done.
It's never done. I think I definitely wouldn't leak it to the press or produce copies and sell it.
No,
because again,
that's in bad taste.
I would want to keep a good relationship with Xbox. So I don't know. Maybe
it's not even that. I don't want somebody's, it's not their full finished vision of the game. I don't want somebody's art out there if they don't want it out there yet.
That too.
So.
I also feel like, though, if you go with A, like those two people are getting fired, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like I would
Absolutely.
feel so bad to give it back, and then those two people like just like you're fired. Like I would hate to throw them under the bus like that. So I feel like I would choose
Just
option
keep it.
E.
Just sit on it.
Yeah, hit option E and just chuck it in the trash can. Nice of you to join us, JJ.
Oh, hey. Hi, guys. Hey.
How interesting you
Hey.
get back right after the mailbag
Wow.
intro. Huh.
That's
I know.
Really? Okay.
We were literally
Coincidence? I think not.
setting up this mailbag intro, and we looked down, and it looked like you were like passed out sleeping in your chair, like the way you froze. Your camera, quote unquote, your camera froze. It looked like
was I on the screen the entire time?
not the entire time, just for like
Oh.
a couple minutes,
Okay.
and then you totally disconnected.
You were pulling one of these right here. You were kind of leaned over and you were sleeping peacefully. And you had
Oh
your-
yeah.
a good
Well,
little
that
smile
happens.
on.
That happens so often when Garrett talks, as happens to a lot of our listeners as well. Sometimes when my daughter doesn't want to go to sleep at night, Garrett, what I'll do is I'll actually play old podcast so she can hear your nasally tone drone on and on, dude. Within a few minutes, out cold. It's amazing how that works. So sorry, guys. The internet thing is kind of a fickle deal. Lee was playing Fortnite upstairs. He got PO'd. He went and he unplugged the modem and then
What?
plugged it back in. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, why did the internet just totally stop? And he saw, literally, he goes, oh, I think the cat did it, Dad. Pretty sure the cat did it. I'm like,
brother.
the cat did it?
You could do better than that.
Come on, man. Like, look, here when you tell a story, son, here's how you have to do it.
Look.
Also, it needs to be bigger, okay? It has to be bigger. Look, there was an alien invasion, Dad.
Lee-
I want you to know.
Lee,
And
I
they
know
used
you're all
Dingle
wound
Probe,
up.
you know?
I know you're all wound up. You're playing Fortnite. You're excited. The Dragon Ball Z skins come out tomorrow. I'm excited too. I get it.
Yep.
I'm gonna be there.
He's-
I'm gonna buy them. But you gotta relax, bud.
Yeah, he's hot on that Dragon Ball Z stuff. But also, I got excited about Walter White. Like, I saw Walter White, dude, I'm like, I need to get me some of that blue
Frail
meth.
old man Walter
I'm like-
White running around with a gun.
Whoa. Heisenberg, dude. Heisenberg.
You said Walter White.
Yeah, but you know.
So wait, that's what was announced? Dragon Ball Z skins? I thought it was How to Train Your Dragon.
No, that's next month.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everyone was just
I
sharing.
can see how you can get them confused.
Everyone was just sharing pictures of this dragon and saying, "Can't wait for Fortnite the next week." And I'm like, oh, why? I don't understand. Like, what's going on? Ah, that makes much
Listen,
more sense.
I'm checking the store every so often. Okay,
Just to see if they drop
it's
early.
12 o'clock East Coast time. So
Oh man.
that
So
means
are you keeping the Fortnite going, Adrian, specifically just to do those kind of cool skins and stuff? Or
Yeah, I pick them up.
just to
I play
spend
for a
money.
little bit, and then I know that they're on my account forever. Like the Star Wars ones, those are probably never coming back, but I got them.
Yep. Not for me. I have not installed Fortnite on a device pretty much since it first came out, I think.
It's so much better now, dude. The movement in this game is so good now. They have a slide momentum. You can vault over stuff.
it's
really
on
good now,
everything I've
dude.
got. I've got it on my toaster, by the way, because I've got it on everything. And my nephew came over. He's about to turn 7, and he came over for a play date with my daughter a couple of days back, like last week, and he played Fortnite for the first time. And when he left, no joke, when he left, he was slapping his arm and wanting more hits of that Fortnite juice. and it became a little talking point with my brother and sister-in-law, like, oh, we don't want him to play Fortnite when he comes to your house. And I'm like, I understand the dilemma here, but let me tell you, so
pretty good stuff.
Fortnite
Yeah,
is life
and then-
over here.
And then he was asking me like, hey, Uncle, do you think that I can play Fortnite? And I'm like, nope, your daddy said no. And
Meanwhile, your
daddy-
son's in the other room. Oh, this is the best.
Oh,
This
he's
is
like,
awesome.
I love Fortnite. And he's screaming it out loud. He's Fortnite's the greatest game of all time. Fortnite for life.
I'm having a
Whatever.
blast.
Oh man, so much more fun than any other game. Fortnite.
Oh my gosh, man. Do they still have the no build mode or whatever?
Yeah, it's still there. That's the only reason I'm playing it.
Okay. I couldn't do the whole building and shooting thing, and I've
not
tried.
As fast. I can do it, not as fast as those kids can do it. No, friggin' way.
No.
Well, my son started when he was like 5 years old doing that stuff, and so he's just like doing it all quick, man. And I'm like, oh, that's no joke. And then he tells me, Dad, you're trash at this game. And I'm like, your daddy's trash at every game. I don't know if you know that or not. But like, it's really not about being trash at something. It's about how much fun you're having. And then he's like, are you having fun? I'm like, I am not having fun.
Not in the least.
No.
All right. Well, we answered the first question. JJ, we kind of talked about it before the show, but you get a copy of Starfield. What are you doing with it?
Okay. Me personally?
Yeah.
You know I'm all about that capitalism.
Yeah.
So I'm going to totally make copies of that thing and sell it, baby. There's money to be made. So why not? I'd be the dirtiest player in the game. I'd be out there selling it to everybody. Like, oh man, you guys hadn't heard how great Starfield is? I thought it was trash. No, this is good Starfield. It's like Starfield with like Fortnite in it, I think. I don't know. It's really good. I'll be all about it. Can you do skins in it? Sure.
I'm pretty sure you will be able to. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
They're probably going to have, playground mode in that damn thing. But who knows?
I mean, at this point, anything could happen. Anything could happen. All right. This next question comes to us from Sir Prince-a-Lot, and he comes in with a very original question here. You walk into a bar. Wait a second. Didn't we just read this question? You walk into a bar and hit your head really hard. When you come to, everything around you looks different. What art style do you wish real life looked like? All right, guys. What video game art style would you like the rest of your life to look like?
I'm ready to go.
All right. Hit me.
HD 2D, baby. Like Octopath Traveler.
Are you kidding me? You stole mine.
You weren't gonna say HD. Relax.
I literally have a tab here open with looking at pictures of it because I was gonna say Octopath Traveler, but I was trying to see what other games. Live Alive is another one. I 100% was gonna say that. Well, the only reason
Triangle Strategy.
So actually the first one that popped in my head was Cuphead. But then I was like, oh, Adrian's for sure going to say that. So that's why I was like, the HD 2D.
See?
So
subverted your expectations.
So there we go. I'll go with Cuphead, though. I think that would be so freaking fun.
That's not a bad choice at all.
So I would pick 16-bit Comics Zone on the Sega Genesis. I really love that comic booky, cheesy art style like that. And I think that would be kind of fun.
That's not a bad pick at all. We have some good little picks here.
Good one. But dude, like the HD 2D, that would be so freaking
It's
awesome.
perfect. I'll never forget the first time I saw that when Octopath first came out.
Mind blowing.
Wild.
It's so bizarre because it's just 2D. And it's just 3D. It's just 3D graphics that just has like a facade of fake 2D-ness to it. It's like, but it's so good. It's freaking like ray tracing going on. It's like, almost. Man. Oh, the dynamic lighting and fog effects and all that.
The one where you're in the snow area and like they put the little sparkle like the powder and the sun shining on the snow.
So good. Oh man, so there you have it. That's that would be such an incredible life to live. Like if everything just looked like any of those three. Like it'd be so fun. Oh man. I think a runner-up would also be Wind Waker. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. That'd be a fun one. Alrighty. That is it for the questions this week. Remember, you can write in your questions. DM us on social media at Super Gamer Boys. You can send us email, Garrett@supergamerboys.com, or you can head over to our Discord. You go to supergamerboys.com/Discord, join our Discord server, and chat with us throughout the week. We also have a channel on there where you can submit questions for the show. Please leave them over there because we're out of questions. And next week, we better have some in there.
You know what happens,
or we're burning the whole podcast to the ground. That's
You're
how it works.
going in the grinder.
If there isn't questions, you guys are going to the grinder, and I'm hitting delete on the entire podcast like it never even happened. It's all going away. It's just like the self-destruct button. Boom, gone.
Oh, no.
So if you want to destroy the podcast, don't write any
ahead.
question. Do it.
Try us.
I dare
Try
you.
us.
I dare you. Oh, I should say it because people are not going to write anything. And then I have to,
Just to see.
just to see. Oh no. All right. It's now time for the nerdy nudes.
It's now time for the nerdy nudes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. This first question. Gosh, freaking. I said the wrong word.
You all right?
I having a stroke.
You want to take
here.
a quick 5? You good?
give me a minute. Hang on. I gotta. No.
He's got to hit his matcha tea.
Gotta hit my. It's this green tea. I'm interested in matcha. Adrian's got me the hookup now.
Come on.
There we go. All right. This first news story comes to us from GameSpot.com, written by Darren Bonthuys. I'm sorry, Darren. I'm not unsure how to pronounce your last name, but this article is about how Microsoft claims Sony pays quote unquote blocking rights to stop games from appearing on Game Pass. According to documents filed with Brazil's national competition regulator, real quick, why are they filing complaints with Brazil and not like America, where Microsoft is located, or Japan, where Sony is located? Like Brazil just seems kind of.
Because it's gonna be the acquisition is gonna benefit Xbox Studios worldwide. So
I guess so.
Brazil is probably where the law is the most like malleable and lenient for these kinds of things. So
Maybe.
it would make sense to probably appeal there, I guess.
Plus, it's where they do all the waxing, and they got those butts.
Yeah.
So
These are all facts.
Facts. According to documents filed with Brazil's national competition regulator, Microsoft has claimed that Sony has paid blocking rights to developers to prevent their games from being added to Xbox Game Pass. As part of the regulator's review of Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard, the company alleged that Sony had hampered the growth of its Game Pass subscription service with its business practices. Microsoft's ability to continue expanding Game Pass has been hampered by Sony's desire to inhibit such growth, Microsoft claimed in its translated filing to the Administrative Council for Economic Defense. Sony pays for blocking rights to prevent developers. Okay, why do they keep saying the same thing over and over again? The deal that Microsoft refers to is one that's common in the industry. Publishing contracts are complex. With the addition of subscription services such as Game Pass or PS Plus, that adds another layer of complexity to any agreements between studios, publishers, and companies that own platforms such as Xbox and PlayStation. It's likely not some sinister master plan by Sony. Well, but
okay. Okay.
I don't know who.
All right,
Darren. I
kind of had a hard time finishing that statement, dude, with a straight face.
Darren, this is one of the first articles I've ever read by you, but I'm pretty sure it's probably a sinister master plan by Sony. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But business as usual in an industry where timed and console exclusive deals happen frequently. And Microsoft's response comes shortly after Sony made its own claim about its users jumping ship to Xbox if Microsoft's deal to purchase Activision Blizzard, and by extension the Call of Duty franchise, is completed. Microsoft has disputed that claim and had also previously indicated that it would continue supporting Call of Duty on PlayStation beyond the existing agreement and into the future. So they're kind of arguing like a couple of kids right now, like the couple of kids in the back seat. Like Sony's like, oh, well, if they take Call of Duty, then we're gonna lose all of our players. And Microsoft's like, yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, you've been taking all of our games and not letting us put them on Game Pass, and that's not fair either. It sounds like my two kids fighting in the other room over a toy. Like, it's so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's
honestly.
so ridiculous. Like, you're two grown ass companies, okay? Act like it.
Right. So,
yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
I say let them fight it out. Let's just have a match. It's like when your kids fight, Garrett.
Trial by combat.
You tell them UFC style. You're going to get in here with some gloves and beat the crap out of each other. Let's just see who's the last man standing. Last company standing. Let's do this.
That's a good idea.
I say like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome style. You get Tina Turner in on that. Let her sing some songs and like put him in like a cage. One man enters, or two men enter, one man leaves.
Okay. So
I'm not opposed to
you're
that.
thinking physical fist fight then.
I'm thinking, well, it's more than a fist fight. I think it's to the death.
Okay.
I think it's to the death. There's going to be weapons involved, lots of leather for some reason, and saws and stuff.
Dang. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, Phil Spencer versus who would be?
Dude, I got Spencer in a fight. I just think he would. That guy's a winner, man.
Yeah,
he's a survivor.
I think
It's Phil versus Jim. All day long.
Oh, Phil wins all day long.
Phil's gonna whip him like so bad. He'd cut his head off and hold it on a pike.
These they're both saying a lot of dumb stuff right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're just saying stuff just to have a rebuttal, because Sony is like, oh, they're gonna take all of our players away and not let us be able to compete. Don't you have 2 or 3 different shooter IPs that you could use and potentially, grow to combat Call of Duty?
Yeah.
If you make a game that is better than Call of Duty, people will go and play that game.
Right.
So I don't know where that argument comes from. And then the same thing that, Microsoft was like, oh, people won't jump ship just to play Call of Duty. Yeah, they will. They absolutely will.
Absolutely will.
Yeah, it's called a whole genre of players. They're called bro gamers.
They will go wherever there are some people, I guarantee you, if Microsoft tomorrow was like at December 31st this year, Call of Duty is now an Xbox exclusive title, you will see a flood of PS5s on the market.
Yep. Agreed.
No doubt.
100%. Yeah. Everyone's PS5s and PS4s would be up for sale immediately, and everyone's getting the series, at least the Series S. Series X's are still hard to find, but I was at Target the other day and I saw a Series S. So yeah, everyone's running out and buying their Series S.
Series S is always in Walmart. Every time I go, they have them. I mean, it's just they're very easy to find.
Yeah,
it's the X's that are tough. Yeah,
but everyone's definitely running out and switching to Xbox ASAP because
absolutely
that's, and then it's huge. I was just gonna say it's a huge franchise, and has an intense following. It's crazy. I have friends who still play Warzone to this day, religiously.
Same here, dude.
And all they do is complain about. All they do is complain about, but they will never, ever stop playing because they can't. Because they're addicted. But
every day in my group chat, are we playing Call of Duty today? It's like, bro, relax. There are other games to play. And all it does is make you miserable.
I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever had this conversation with either of you guys, but are either of you guys the guys who will go and play Warzone with your buddies? I mean, or is it every once in a while, or are you no, I never touch any Call of Duty games?
So I did Call of Duty for the campaign. That's kind of where I go and I sit at. So if a new Call of Duty comes out, I'll play the campaign, and that's pretty much it. I pretty much retired of Call of Duty Online before all the war zones and the pay to win stuff came out. Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
We were on all the time playing those, because those were just excellent multiplayer, and it was all included. Of course, you could get map packs and stuff like that, but those were all inclusive, and there was structure to it. You had modes and stuff like that, and I'm sure you do in Warzone, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it hits the same.
Yeah.
But I think this new Call of Duty that's coming out has a campaign that you can just buy, right? You can just buy the campaign for, isn't it Modern Warfare 2?
I actually don't know. I know some stuff got announced, but I totally missed the train with what it even was. So I know, because obviously there's one coming out this year, I imagine, right? There's one that comes out every year.
It's got to be. They come out every 10 minutes.
But yeah, I actually don't know. I don't know. I haven't done any research on what it is this year. Is it going to be another Modern Warfare, or is it going to be something else?
Well, if it has a campaign, I'll play the campaign, but that's about it.
Yeah,
they were coming out every year, but that hasn't been the case, right? I mean, haven't they with COVID?
No,
they still were coming out each year.
Coming out each year. Yeah. Yeah, like last year they came out with it was called Vanguard, Call of Duty Vanguard. I never even played it. It took place in World War II though. Which I don't know. I always I like that setting. I like World War II games like that. I mean, back in the day,
it wasn't good though.
Back in the day, World at War was like my jam. That game was like so
zombies
good.
in that one.
So good.
Chef's
that was the original zombies. It started there. That was Treyarch's first Call of Duty game, and what I loved about it is it was the first time you ever booted up a Call of Duty game, and it says, this is a sensitive content warning. Do you want to turn on or off the sensitive content? And it was like, what? Like Call of Duty is getting hard. Like I'd always been like, it was a shooter, but it was always like very like, I don't know.
They're tackling the real issues now.
World at War was just like limbs getting ripped off and blood and guts and intestines falling out and zombies' heads getting blown off. And it's like, oh man, like they got real.
This is the good stuff.
Like Treyarch took Call of Duty to the next level. But yeah, I've always been a campaign man. I did call multiplayer back in the day, but yeah, pretty much once, even like Modern Warfare 3, I was tapering off. Like I was like 1 and 2, and then 3 was kind of like where I started falling off a bit.
If they want to bring back a new one, like in this updated art style and stuff like that, a new Zombies, we can talk.
Heck yeah.
We can definitely talk, because Zombies I'll play all day.
Love Zombies. That's honestly when I put the most hours. I think we played the multiplayer, but honestly, my 360 didn't have an in-game timer, but I probably had thousands of hours of Zombies. Like
I'm honestly probably right there with you.
Like that was a game where, so at the time it came out, we were living with some family members, and I was playing with my cousin's husband. So they came over, and I think we sat down at like 8 a.m, started playing Zombies, and that was one of those games where like we play all day. It's like stop maybe for like a meal, a quick snack, and then stop playing like 11
at
o'clock.
8 p.m.?
Well, no, like 11 o'clock midnight. Like we'd go all like almost like 24 hours. It seemed like it was crazy, or not 24 hours, like 12 plus hours at least. Crazy. We loved Zombies.
You did a lot of that on the clock last year when you finally started finishing games. You remember that?
Yeah.
Or is that still sensitive?
No.
Do we still want to talk
It's
about
too late.
Okay.
He doesn't work there anymore.
I don't work there
He can
anymore.
say whatever he wants now.
I can say whatever I want. I mean, I'm not allowed to say anything negative about the company because
that is true. You did sign that non-disclosure.
Yeah, I did sign something that said I'm not allowed to say anything, but I got to play a lot.
But you called me immediately to talk trash about them. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're disobeying the.
Hey.
Fantastic game for the campaigns. I like the campaigns. In a lot of cases, I like the campaigns, even the newer games, but multiplayer just never really hit for me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
speaking of the story, one more thing I always wanted to bring up. I am kind of tired of Microsoft being like, "Oh, we're gonna support Call of Duty on all platforms." You know, especially even after the agreement is over. Stop. Yeah. As soon as that ink dries and everybody stops looking after you acquire Activision, it's gonna be exclusive.
Yeah.
I don't know who you think you're fooling. You're just saying this to get the government to be like, all right, we'll let it go through. Right. And then as soon as it goes through, too late.
Yeah. And all it's going to do is piss people off more. Like, you're better off staying quiet with this Microsoft. And then once it goes through, just doing it. Because we all know you're going to do it. But by saying it's not going to happen and then it happening, because we all know it will, oh man, people are gonna be livid. Like, they're gonna be furious.
God.
So I'd actually like to posit a theory. I think that they could do that, exactly what both of you guys are saying. They could very well do that and say screw Sony and take and run with exclusive Call of Duty games from now on. I think that it's a good bargaining chip at this point for some of the IP that Sony holds that Xbox might want to get a hold of. Wow. I really do. I think that it's a good way to use. Oh, absolutely.
Like, hey,
why not
you slide us over God of War and we'll let you keep Call of Duty kind of thing?
Or Ghost of Tsushima?
And I would say more of like a Ghost of Tsushima
like a
as opposed to like a God of War.
Yeah, they're not giving up
God
of War.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. I think
God of War, Spider-Man.
No,
not happening.
I don't.
Horizon, they'll probably slide on. They'll probably let that one go. Ghost of Tsushima, they'll probably let go.
for some reason, there's certain games like that, like Horizon, that are PS5, PS4 exclusives, that are Sony exclusives, that you can see them probably leasing those things out to them in order to get Call of Duty. But then there are those ones that you absolutely have to have a PlayStation 4 or 5 to have. And that's going to be your Ragnarok, your God of War Ragnarok. That's going to be some of the Spider-Man games that they've been coming out with. They would be stupid to allow Xbox any
but they would also
be,
they would be even more stupid to cut out the entire Call of Duty audience. So honestly, it's easy to say we're not going to give you Spider-Man, we're not going to give you this, we're not going to give you that. But at the same time, when you have potentially hundreds of millions of people that are playing this game, it's going to be a lot harder to say those sentences when you got Xbox doing like this with Call of Duty.
Do we know the actual numbers, though? Because those numbers will really be the telltale thing, whether they're going to be willing to let go of some of that.
It's one of the biggest games in the world.
On the PlayStation platform, on the Sony platform?
Yeah, just in general, not just PlayStation.
Call of Duty is huge on everything. It's like, I mean, other than freaking Grand
League
Theft
of Legends.
I was going to say Grand Theft Auto 5 on the sales every month. Like, it's usually like Call of Duty is up there. Like, it kills. And I'm sure like in microtransactions too, like the amount of microtransactions people buying skins and everything, like it's crazy. Even though it's a free game, Warzone, freaking free game, and I'm sure it's just making. I mean, I know, I don't have to guess. Like, it is making crazy money. Yeah, maybe that's how Xbox gets Death Stranding. Yeah.
On it, you
like
look.
That's
you're joking?
that's in that tier. I'll admit it. Like, that's in that Ghost of Tsushima. Like, even though it's not even technically a Sony thing, I'm sure like Sony would be like, oh well, we'll loosen up the exclusivity even more. You know, it's gone to PlayStation or PC. Let it go to Xbox as well or something, along with a Ghost.
Outside of Spider-Man, I think anything that has gone to PC, I think is fair game to go to Xbox.
Yeah,
maybe Spider-Man and God of War. I think everything else.
I was gonna say maybe the original Last of Us. I think that if they not the new one, not the new remake and everything
Part
else,
or whatever they're calling it.
Right. But I would say if they got the PS4 souped up edition of the remastered edition of Last of Us and allowed them that's one of those winners that would kill on Game Pass. It would kill on Game Pass.
That would be like video game history.
Yeah,
of an IP jump like that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a stretch for me, but maybe
but it is. But also, dude, you got to think
for Call of Duty
to
do whatever. Yeah,
I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get Call of Duty.
Yeah.
If I'm Sony, and I know how huge that audience is, people buy PS5s for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Not for Sony games. Some people buy them just to keep playing Call of Duty at the highest frame rate and fidelity outside of a PC.
Yeah, they already have the history with PlayStation. They stick with it, because that's the thing. Well, although there is crossplay now, so I mean that's the other thing. Yeah, so
that's true. So you won't lose your progress. Well,
man, I don't know. Yeah, it's just such a crazy situation we put in.
What a crazy world we're living in that we're talking like this.
Yeah, right.
These are things that could be happening. Like Game Pass, we laughed at Game Pass going this route when they first started the Xbox Series S. Well, I'm saying people like Garrett and myself that were Sony ponies, PlayStation guys. We honestly were like, oh, they're not making anything exclusive and good games other than Halo. There was nothing really that jumped out that we wanted to play that Xbox
and
had.
even Halo Infinite is nothing to write home about.
And no, it's horrible. But all the games that Xbox has created, like, it's like we were looking at these games and going, they're not that much better than an Xbox One. Like, what's the point? They're really going for Game Pass, dude. They are killing it with Game Pass. Yeah. They went the right direction, and like none of us could have guessed that. None of us could have guessed it. They've done incredible. I'm big time an Xbox fan. I'm still a Sony guy, but I am a big time Xbox fan because of what they've done with this generation.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I do think I'm comparing a Series S to the PlayStation 5, and I don't think there's any comparison.
No, that's
PlayStation
not fair
5 is far superior. But still, the Game Pass stuff alone makes for a wonderful time on Xbox. big fan now because of it.
Okay, gentlemen, hypothetical before we go to the next story. You're Jim Ryan. Xbox has decided that the ink is dried on the Activision deal. The Call of Duty contract is up, and we are making Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox and Game Pass, unless you give us 2 of your exclusives.
Mm-hmm. And any 2 of
any two.
Any 2. See,
okay. Here's the deal. Spider-Man is off limits because they own Spider-Man. They can't really move with that, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can per se because they kind of did that weird Marvel deal. But so what 2 IP are you letting go to the other side in order to secure that Sony is still getting Call of Duty moving forward?
It really would depend on whether they're going to go for it. But what I would probably offer up is I would offer up Last of Us Part 1 first. I would go with that one.
Okay, so Part 1. So like the one that's getting ready to come out.
Correct. I would go with that one right out the gate because I think that is a heavy hitter.
Right.
And so I'd go with that one. And then as far as like a second one, I go Death Stranding.
Okay.
Death Stranding visually is an incredible game. With Hideo Kojima having some stuff where he's kind of getting in bed with Microsoft right now, I think that game would really kill it on Game Pass as well.
I think that'd be a good little bit of sway too for Xbox to have Kojima
really
on
do. There. Now, can you see PlayStation wanting to give up that much power?
Yes.
Like that's
for Call of Duty.
Lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's enough money behind Call of Duty,
I know you think we're overestimating Call of Duty, dude. Trust me, we're not.
Yeah, no, I hear enough people talk about it. It's just not my kind of game.
I can't stand it these days, and I know how massive it is.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's important to their pocketbooks, man,
it's very important.
Yeah. So, JD, what were your 2 picks again? Sorry,
So I picked Death Stranding. So I picked as far as if Jim Ryan was able to offer up, okay, look, Phil, okay, we're going to go two games that we're going to offer up that are strictly our IP, and we would open up to you to use for a limited time for us to be able to use all of the different Call of Duty games. And I would say Death Stranding and Last of Us 1, Part 1.
Okay. I think they go. Boy, this is hard. Honestly, I have a few. I have a few I would pick, but so honestly, for me, it's hard to narrow down to 2.
You have to make it. You can't just say, "Oh, here's my 2 bottom performers," right? You have to make it worthwhile.
Right. That's why I chose the 2 that I chose because I felt like those would be heavy enough hitters.
JJ gave me a good one, and he gave me a home run grand slam.
So for me, I think these would be 2 games that. I'll just say right now, like Death Stranding is one of them because. I brought that up earlier. The thing with Kojima already making a game for Xbox, I think it'd be great for them to have Death Stranding. So my other pick is kind of the wild card here, and it's kind of I keep going back between these 2, only because these games have such huge cult followings. Mm-hmm. It's hard to pick which one. So honestly, it's going between Bloodborne and Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Ooh, Bloodborne.
People on PlayStation fans are ravenous for Bloodborne. They want an upgraded version for PS5. They want a sequel. They want all this stuff. Imagine if it finally came to Xbox and maybe it was an upgraded version. It's finally 60 day and date.
Imagine if
PlayStation
the Bloodborne sequel came to Xbox.
Oh man, people would be pissed.
But they'd buy it. They'd buy it.
100%. So that's where I'm struggling. It's like, man, Bloodborne has a ravenous player base, but then Final Fantasy VII Remake, people are chomping at the bit for that. I feel like though there is a chance.
I don't think as many as you think Bloodborne, though for Final Fantasy. I think you gotta come harder for that one than Final Fantasy.
I was gonna say on that second one, I don't think Final Fantasy is big enough, and I know both of you guys.
Well, no,
are fans
my
of that
first
game.
one was Death Stranding. My second one was either Bloodborne or Final Fantasy. So
okay,
like,
I'm not sure if those ones are big enough.
I think
honest.
a cult following is too much of a gamble.
Yeah, I think there's a good amount of people that are loving Bloodborne, and Final Fantasy VII. But I think that if you're really going in, you got to get up with one of those big time AAA.
Yeah, you got to give me a hard swing.
Like that sold a lot of games. That like one of those that made a crap ton of money.
Death Stranding is a great opening act. Who's your headliner?
I don't know. I feel it. I think Bloodborne has a lot bigger following than you guys are realizing. But
no, because Elden Ring came out and smashed it. And that's the same following that Bloodborne had.
Exactly, it smashed it. And like Bloodborne, people like on Xbox would be dying to get their hand. Like people, fans of the Souls franchise, Soulsborne type games, would love to be able to play Bloodborne. If you're gonna make me pick a different one, then I'll pick Uncharted, because I think that's an old enough.
Oh, damn!
I think that's
the one.
So that's
freaking great.
So, because Sony's done with it, they've made their games. They made the final
like the
game.
One with like 3 or
yeah.
No, I get all of it. No, I get all of them.
I think they'd all come over. I think Uncharted, because Sony is done with it.
Sign me up for Game Pass.
They're
dude.
not.
That was a winner.
Sony's not planning on, as far as we understand, like they're not planning on making any more. Like they finished the story. They even did one spin-off, and like they're kind of done. Like Naughty Dog's wanting to move on and make different things.
For now, they said.
For now, yeah. So it's like, why not? Like they've made their money on it multiple times. They literally just released another remaster. They remastered games that came out on PS4 and just released on PS5. So it's like they're double, triple dipping over there on Sony's side. Sony's made their money. All right, Xbox, you can go ahead and have it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think if you're gonna,
I don't know, Jim Ryan. You're sounding a little
Bloodborne,
nonchalant over there, like you're giving me your secondhand scraps. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, it's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
I don't think you understand what you're bargaining for here, sir.
Now, not the traditional old school Xbox player, because I think they're more like those first person shooters and stuff, but I think that like the Game Pass players would get down on games like Uncharted showing up
for sure
in that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great answer.
That was awesome.
Garrett.
That was a good
really
one.
good.
I was not even thinking about Uncharted.
You set those crappy ones in the beginning, and then
it was all a trick.
See,
I had it in my pocket the whole time.
That's haggling. That's what you got to do.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next story here. What time is it? Boy, we've been going for a little bit.
We can speed run it. Let's go.
We can go. I mean, these next two stories aren't anything crazy. Just real quick little touch, because I know we have people who care about this stuff. I want to give you the news you guys want. This next news story from Matt Purcell over at IGN. Hogwarts Legacy release date set for February 2023.
Care about it.
Come on.
I know we have some listeners who are rabid.
Some listeners,
some showcast members,
some host.
I mean,
go ahead.
I don't care about you, JJ. I just care about the listeners. I could care less
nobody
about you.
nobody is making fun of you for liking Harry. We are the last people that can make fun of you for liking Harry Potter, dude.
I was gonna say, as much goofy, nerdy stuff as you guys like, and because I am a big Harry Potter fan, and because I want desperately to be a part of that wizarding world, I want to be a part of it so bad, to roam the halls and run from all the mudbloods and whatnot. You know,
you can just go to Universal Studios, man.
I've been there. I drank the butterbeer. I'm just saying. I went.
Nerd.
I totally did, too.
Relax over there, Warhammer.
Hey now.
Yeah,
hey now.
Paint my little figures.
Get out of here. Portkey Games has announced that Hogwarts Legacy will be released February 10th, 2023. That's bold of them, because before the release date was just holiday 2022, and now for them to give an exact release date,
right?
It's like,
good luck.
Wait a second, like you're delaying the game. Remember, like, are you sure you're going to be ready? There's not much more to other than that. They just needed more time. They want to deliver the best possible game experience, they say in their tweet, and so we can look forward to it in next year maybe, but I don't know.
So
we'll see.
I know you guys.
This is the second time it's been delayed. So
I know you guys are making fun of me, but legitimately, my son was really looking forward to getting this for Christmas this year, okay? And so with it not coming holiday, Christmas time, now he's got to wait until February. So,
but you can tell him it'll be even better in February.
I'm not buying him anything else. Now, full disclosure, right before the podcast, we talked about this news article, and you guys both were like, okay, yeah, your son. Yeah. Like, here's the deal. It really is. Like, he really has been looking forward to it.
You're still doing this. You're still holding on to this. No, like it's your son.
Dude, I look steady. You just got to stick with the same story, dude. You know what I mean?
It's just like, hey, I have a friend who's having a problem. Oh, yeah, friend. Okay. Who's your friend?
Yeah. No, you know what? He's looking forward to it, but I've also been really looking forward to it. It's one of those things, but I'm cool with waiting.
Yeah.
But, he's a little boy,
months.
and he's like, oh, man, Christmas time. And, like, I don't think he knows that it's been delayed until February yet, because he just gave me his Christmas list of the stuff he wants. I'm like, dude, it's August. Chill.
He's getting it in early, okay? He knows you're getting ready to start a new job. He's like, Dad, make sure you set a little aside for your boy.
Save the money, Pop. He's like, I know you're getting older and stuff, but it's Social Security, and then it's my Christmas list, whatever.
Remember making Christmas wish list, and you'd get the what was it? Was it who was that put out the big Christmas wish list book? It was like JCPenney or Sears or something like that. Put out like a big catalog. It was
where you could circle what you wanted.
Yeah, and there's like a toy section. There was like the boring home goods and clothing and stuff. But then in the back there was like half of it was just toys. And it was the best. You go through there and circle it and put your initials next to it. And so my grandma would have this big catalog and sit on their table. I think I forget. It was like October, November. They'd send it out, and then for the next couple months, we just all the cousins would show up at grandma's house and circle things, put their little initials next to it, so she knew okay, these grandkids want this thing and this thing and this thing. You circle what games.
And she's like, I'm not buying any of it. It's incredibly expensive.
It's nice that you want it though. Yeah, it's keeping them busy. Like they're sitting there at the table doing the little circles around that stuff all day.
I can go cook dinner and they'll leave me alone.
Yeah.
No, the ridiculous thing is she would buy lots of things. It was ridiculous. It's the only word I can come to my mind. It's like you go show up Christmas, what? You actually got this?
You got everything?
You weren't supposed to get any of this.
Is this Grammy Bates?
This is Grammy Bates. This is our Patreon sponsor.
I'm trying to get you to introduce me to her, dude. My grandmas are dead, so I'm down. Let's work this out, Garrett.
You got to fly.
She doesn't have a little funny fat guy grandson. You know what I mean?
You got to fly out to New York. You can go meet her.
I'd like to fly, buddy. Can you fly her out here with all your Morlang money?
Yeah, all my Morlang money. Okay.
Morlang money. Is that a new tag we need to put in the Discord?
Ever since they built the new wing on the mansion, it's like he's getting all tight with his cash. It's like. Yeah.
I mean, you're not lying, JJ. It does seem like a compound over there. I was there.
That's what I'm saying. He's all, well,
it's a lot of hallways and a lot of space, man. We
had to take the elevator out to go to the fourth floor, because it was bad. It's like, really?
I just checked the chat, and my mom's in the chat. Hi, Mom.
Hey. I was over there. He's like, hey, you could just use the guest bathroom, the one over there with the sink you have to, or the tub you have to step down into.
That's the butler pantry. That. He sent you the butler pantry.
You can use the butler's bathroom. Oh, thanks, Garrett.
It's where he sends all the help.
Oh my gosh,
dude! And I see what you did there. That's horrible, Garrett.
She says she's just jumping on here and was so happy to see JJ made it 2 weeks in a row. So, even my mom's is burning. Yeah, but she did confirm.
She's not really in the chat. You totally just made that up. I love it.
She's here, and she did confirm that it was in fact both Sears and JCPenney put out Christmas catalogs. So,
okay, I had the Sears. I was like, I don't remember JCPenney doing it too much, but I definitely remember Sears.
Yeah.
Those were the days, man.
Oh man, so good. So back when Toys R Us and KB Toys were still around.
Oh, KB! Oh my God! They had the models in the back too at KB.
Good old KB.
Man, I miss KB, dude.
That was a great place. And we had it in the mall.
Yep, that's where mine was too.
Yep. Oh, so good. All right, this next the last news story here, written by Andy Robinson over at VGC. They write, on PT's 8th birthday, the person who delisted it speaks out. I wish it had gone differently. 8 years after its release, the person who claims to have been tasked with pulling Konami's PT from PlayStation service has spoken about the experience for the first time. PT was a critically acclaimed playable teaser for Hideo Kojima's canceled Silent Hills game, which was released as part of a surprise drop during Gamescom 2014. The fan favorite game demo was released under the developer pseudonym 7780 Studio and required the community of players to work together in order to solve its puzzles and reveal its true purpose as a teaser for Silent Hills by Kojima. Ultimately, the Silent Hills project was canceled by Konami following Kojima's departure from the company the following year. Controversially, PT was pulled from the PlayStation Store soon after, and even the ability to re-download it blocked. Years later, it was made unplayable on PS5. I didn't realize it was playable at all, but apparently it was. To this day, many dedicated fans have kept the game on their console hard drives, as it's impossible to access the teaser any other way. After Kojima acknowledged the 8-year anniversary of PT on Twitter on Friday, former Konami staffer Pearl L responded by claiming she had both been responsible for setting up the surprise release of the game on the PlayStation Store and also putting in the call to have it removed. She said,
I want all the trouble today. Bring
Yeah,
me
right.
all the video and toxicity the internet has to offer.
This lady had a freaking death wish, apparently. Fun fact, she tweets, this is a quote now, since I was the first party lead at the time at Konami, I helped get this product set up on the storefronts, fake publisher and everything, she wrote. And I was the one who had to call Sony and ask them to take it down and block re-downloads. That was a super fun conversation. Pearl went on to answer many fan questions around PT's removal, although at the time of publishing, she has declined to give a clear answer for exactly why it happened. And when asked by a fan, she replied, I say this with love because Konami. Yep.
That's a perfect answer. Dude, she's
exactly right.
She's going to get death threats, dude. Yeah, that's horrible.
Well, so currently, if you go to Twitter now, their account is private. So it looks like it's hard to tell if the tweet's been deleted or not, but it's definitely private. You can't see it. You go to their account, you can't see anything. Pearl made it clear in her replies that it was a tough situation for those working within Konami and saved special praise for the teams at Sony and Konami's customer support staff. Sony, as always, was fantastic to work with. It was a tough situation all around. It was a ride. Honestly, it was not a great situation all around. I really felt for Sony, who had to bear the brunt of dealing with the situation. It was an interesting lesson in power and the importance of picking your battles and relationship management. It goes on and on with a few more answers that she had, but asked by a fan if having to ask Sony to remove PT was awkward, she responded, awkward is right. We'd already gone through a lot to get it set up, got a lot of operational exceptions, and then to add the request to block re-download, more engineering workarounds. It was exciting to see people hype about it and see the work pay off, but in a way, also not.
She's gonna quit fooling around. She's gonna end up getting pictures of people's junk.
Yeah, right. Man, what a...
While we were talking about that, I actually just sent her a picture of my junk.
No, you're part of the problem.
Yeah. No, what? I thought that's what you guys wanted.
No.
Oh my God, you should have told me. You guys, you say something and I just do it.
Nope.
Take it back.
I can't take it back. I can't.
You're one with the internet now.
That's not how that works.
Toxicity flow through you.
Oh man. So 8 years since PT was released, and what a
crazy.
What a bummer to be a part of that. Be like, okay, Konami's like taps your shoulder while you're sitting on your desk, like, all right, so we need to take this down and make sure that it's impossible
that little punk
to get
Kojima
back.
thought that he could get one over on us. We'll show him. Take it down.
Don't soil the good name of Kojima in front of Garrett.
I'm playing Konami
playing
right
the part of Konami. Okay.
Yeah.
Just, you know how he gets. He gets very sensitive.
I know. I understand.
What did you say?
Like, dude, I've seen him backslap some people, dude. You know,
that little chump Kojima thinks he can leave us high and dry, huh? He thinks he doesn't have to listen to what we tell him. Okay, we'll show him. Take it off the store and make sure that nobody else can ever have it again. That's exactly how it happened. Guaranteed.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So that's it for that article. But I just thought that was so crazy. Like the guts you have to come forward, and obviously,
that's the thing is, why would you say that? Why would you even? Maybe she thought it was just, it's fun fact.
Yeah, it probably started out like, oh, this is a cool fun fact. Like, I was actually a part of it, and it sucked. Thinking like people would like almost like commiserate and be like, oh yeah, no, that sucked. I feel so bad. And really, I'm guarantee you, the internet, all the hatred and vitriol. Yeah, why didn't you stop it?
Like Konami wouldn't just hire somebody else or have an IT person go and do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, absolutely insane. But I'm glad that there are ways to play it still today. Like I played it last year for Spooky Gamer Boys, so there's ways to play it on PC. It's not obviously not the exact same thing, but people have recreated it.
I was gonna say, isn't that the 1-to-1?
So yeah, well the one I played, it was developed based off of a dump from the original PS4 files. Like they're online. You can find copies of it for PC, where it's essentially a 1-to-1 remake with, it's a little buggy. I think literally in the middle of the playthrough, I fell through the floor at one point and just fell into oblivion. I had to start over the whole thing. So it was like, it's not perfect, obviously, but
play it in the beginning. Did each of you play the? No, so you did
PT?
not.
When it came out, absolutely.
Yes.
I didn't have because I didn't have a PS4 because I did not have a PS4 until quite a bit later, like years later. So no, I didn't get to touch. Unfortunately, I was before my PS4 time. But man, I wish I did. I wish I had the chance to download
I remember
it.
The internet blowing up when Norman Reedus showed up, and people found out that it was
when
Silent
they all
Hill,
finally solved the puzzles and got to the true ending, and like it shows an actual trailer, and everyone's
Silent
like,
Hill!
"Oh my gosh!"
Oh my god!
Yeah, crazy. All right, well, that's it for the news this week. Thank you all so much for listening. Now, let's get into our ad time.
Hey.
This is the part of the show where I tell you to go over to patreon.com/supergamerboys and support us over there, starting at just $1 a month. That's right, $1. That gets you episodes early and ad-free, such as this show, as well as Super Gamer Book Club. Like we mentioned before, we got special guest Ray coming in this month from twitch.tv/RayToRat. Talking about Omori, so we want to make sure you support us to get a hold of that. You also get perks such as show notes early. If you support us at the $5 level, you can know what we're going to talk about. Leave your own questions, comments, concerns on there, your own thoughts on the news stories, your own commentary, that is. And $10 and above, you are a Super Gamer sponsor. You get shout-outs on the show each week, as well as all those previous perks. If you want the top dog tier, support us for $15 a month. You could be a Patreon producer where you can pitch us segments for the show. If you have cool ideas, heck, if you just want to be, the big dog on top, $15 a month, you can be that person. You could be JJ's boss, just JJ's boss. Just him.
That's okay. I'm used to that. It's fine.
Yeah, he likes it, actually. He's really into it. It's kind of weird.
I like to be told what to do, and I do like to wear a collar. So, collar.
Yep. You can also support us over at twitch.tv/thesupergamerboys.
What did I come back into?
Nothing.
Garrett's getting all filthy. It's late night, man. You understand how he gets.
Garrett's mom is in here.
Yeah, my mom's in the chat. Gosh, golly.
Well, that's why I was talking like that, because we know what she likes. She sends in the DMs and stuff. So
twitch.tv/thesupergamerboys
right now. Come on.
Yeah, we can't make this too good because then no one's going to want to support us because I'll miss out on all this great, hilarious content.
Well, I declare.
Mr.
She talks like that. She talks like an old Southern girl. Well,
I know she does. It's just funnier for the bit.
Twitch.tv/thesupergamerboys, third time's the charm. You can go over there and support us by using your free Prime Gaming sub. If you have Amazon Prime, you can attach it.
I do believe I'm catching the vapors.
Oh, Lord. My goodness, Mr. Purtle. I swear. And also, by the way, did y'all just shat yourself as well? Good Lord. Good Lord.
You can sub to our channel for free and get cool emotes and help us out. $5 a month, it costs you nothing. So please go throw that our way. Also, if you want to support us, you can go to w.gg and support us by buying some Killer Energy. An energy drink that gives you no jitters, no crash, no sugar. It's fantastic. Tastes great. I love Dub Sludge. I just got an email today. They restocked Galaxy Grenade. I might have to buy.
Because I bought all of
That's
it.
the one.
Dude, and also, I'm not sure if you're aware, you can also give yourself an enema with that stuff. And it is amazing. Amazing. Dubby is an incredible
You would
product.
be the most wired you've ever been in your
I'm
life.
telling you what, you've never felt a high like this. Think about high school, junior year, lots of weed, a little tiny toad of Coke. And this does that by a lot. I've never done the Coke. But I'm telling you, if you get an opportunity, Dubby, up the kazoo, you're going to love it.
Oh my God. W does not condone the use of their energy drink this way, but
we don't know that. They don't ever talk to us.
It's definitely not in the marketing materials, that's for sure.
It's in the science, though. It's in the just science, dude.
It gets into the bloodstream way faster
Straight
that
into
way.
the bloodstream.
Way faster, man.
Make sure you use code SGB. That's the main thing I want to say. You can go to w.gg and buy stuff all day, but it doesn't help us unless you use code SGB. So please use that. Buy some energy. Do not put it up your butt.
I can't tell you what to do. You're an adult.
You're right. Technically, you can do whatever you want. So I don't like the hand gestures, JJ. For you audio listeners, unfortunately, JJ's doing some horrific hand gestures over here.
Doing the cornhole gesture.
I was saying Dubby is number one. That's because I
and the
love,
rest of the guys are zero.
right, and that's it. And Dubby's amazing. It really is a great product, and you put it wherever you want, but you could ingest it or you can ingest it, if you know what I mean.
Long as you use code SGB.
SGB all day, every day.
All right, let's get back to the show.
This is what Dubby gets for not shouting us out when we partner with them. That's what they get.
Oh no, now we're threatening them.
Yes.
All right, we're back. This is the part of the show where I say, JJ, what you playing? And you know what he says? Nothing. I'm not playing anything.
I've been
never
so
get to play
busy, you
anything.
guys. I've been so busy.
I've been playing
You know what
Subway
I did?
Surfers. I've been playing Subway on the toilet. On the toilet.
I'm currently unemployed, and I still can never find a. No, you know what? This week though, I have been playing Fall Guys. I'm back into Fall Guys right now.
They're doing the big Sonic event right now.
Dude, it's fantastic. My little girl just started playing Fall Guys, and so I was like, "Let me show you how it's done." And like, dude, I
Fell
found
right off the map.
Oh man, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I got into the Fall Guys thing.
I love
and
it.
it's so great that it's a game that it's fun. You can step right in, have a blast with it, and you know what? I don't have to leave it thinking about it. I play it for a couple of hours, and it's like, man, that was great. And then I'll play a little more tomorrow. So yeah. I love Fall Guys. It's still such a blast.
It's
and yeah,
a
the Sonic
great
Sonic
game.
thing is going on right now. Yeah. I think we all played together, didn't we?
I'm not sure.
At one point, or maybe Garrett and I played together at one point. I can't
Could be.
remember. I thought we did.
I think we did
when
back.
it first came out. But
Yeah.
it's here's the funny thing is I actually
It's free
get
to play
punked
now.
by I get punked by everybody playing this game. And I'm like, I feel like they're doing it on purpose. I feel like they are just pushing me down when I'm like right there, and they're knocking me over, and they see how hard I'm trying, and some like dumb 10-year-old is going like, hey, let's screw up the old guy. You can tell he's old by how he plays.
Well,
it's horrible.
They can tell you're old by your PlayStation name. What's your PlayStation username?
Bug Slayer for God 007. And the reason for that was it was voted on by the listeners.
That was a
This was
listener
voted on by the
recommend.
listeners of Super Gamer Boys.
We did.
And I've never changed it.
We did a competition back when Sony first released the name changes. That's what happened. JJ's like, oh, I want a better name because I think yours was like Purdom Clan or something like that. It's stupid.
Yeah. Oh, well. Here's the thing.
And so we're like, okay, listeners, Sony finally is allowing us to change our names. What should JJ change his name to? And that was
we were getting all kinds of like people thought we were part of the Ku Klux Klan because we were put Purdom Clan on there, and I'm like, no, because I'm Irish. It's like a clan, of like my
You know
family.
what?
And like,
Bug Slayer, I could have let you rock with. That was actually pretty good because it works with what you did at the time. But the rest of it, I don't.
Bug Slayer
Look, I
forgot
didn't choose it.
007.
I didn't
love
choose
the
it.
007 is like the cherry on top of it, dude.
I know, and everybody laughs at it. I am aware, but the thing is our people did that.
Yeah.
They're the ones who chose that,
our
and I
listeners.
rolled with it, and I allow that embarrassment to continue.
I mean, you can change your Sony allows you to change your name. You can change it anytime.
Please do.
I
We
think
can always
Are you
re-roll.
serious?
I think
We can re-roll.
So I don't know how it is with PlayStation. I know with Xbox, the first time's free, and then it's like $10 every time after that. I don't know how it is with PlayStation now.
I think it's about the same.
Okay, it'll cost you, but you can change it.
I'm keeping it Bug Slayer for God 007 for the rest of my life. Do you realize how cheap I am? I'm unemployed.
I will
I'm
give
not
you
gonna
$10,
do that.
and I'm poor. I will give you $10 to change your name. My goodness.
Yeah, Adrian doesn't even want to play with you. He's embarrassed to even play a game with you because of the name. Oh man.
Take a screenshot of my team and Bug Slayer forgot 007 is on there.
It's a picture like this of me with the thumbs up.
Oh, brother.
Speaking of Fall Guys, I haven't been playing it because it's not out yet, but I was reminded by my buddy Keith that this week, the new Kirby game is coming out, like Wednesday or
that's right.
Thursday. And it's like, I mean, I think it's going to be different than Fall Guys, but it's very similar type game. Like
It's got a similar
like
art style play.
But it's Kirby. So
the
you know
game
it's gonna
style.
be
So
good.
yeah, so I'm so stoked to try that out. I cannot wait. We might
And it's
need to
only
do
like
like
$15.
we might need to do like a stream or something and get like a bunch of us together and play that. Like I don't know
I'm
if
game.
I'm sure it has multiplayer like online, but we'll have to look into it. That'd be fun. Adrian, what have you been playing?
Still knee deep in Pokemon Ruby. Loving every minute of it still. I have to try to find little, pockets of time here and there to grind a little bit. Man, I the older I get, I feel like I have less and less of a problem with RPG grinding. I don't know what it is. I think it's just kind of it's almost meditative at this point, where you don't have to necessarily, unless you're like grinding for a specific stat or if you're looking for an item or something like that. Honestly, you really just put your head down and just kind of chug along until you get to where you gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a podcast on or whatever, or back in the day it used to be you put a CD on or something like that, put your headphones on and go to work.
Turn on the Walkman and good to go.
Yeah, but no, it's still fantastic, having a blast with it. And then for the first time ever, yesterday, I was able to play the salmon run mode in Splatoon 2.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the cooperative mode where you and 3 other people it's pretty much horde mode, right?
Okay,
But it's with salmon. So there's different level of salmonoids, they call them. And there's different levels of them. You have like the grunts, then you have the elites, kind of the brutes, and then you have the bosses. And once you kill the bosses, they give you like eggs that you can put in the basket, and you have to meet a certain quota every round. But it gets so insane at times with just the amount of boss characters and elites and all this kind of different stuff. And they change the map around to where like you're on a boat, right? You're on a salmon fishing boat pretty much. And sometimes it'll be high tide, so the water will come up so you can't go to the bottom part of the map and you're stuck on the top. Sometimes it'll get real foggy, so your visibility is terrible, but they're still coming just like if you could see all the way across the map. Different stuff like that. It is a blast and it is pure chaos, and I cannot wait to play it again.
That's awesome. I've never played a Splatoon game, and with 3 coming out soon, I feel like that's going to be like a great spot to jump in. Like I've just had enough friends hype it up now. Like Eddie Martin, our Patreon producer, he's huge into it. I know you're into it. I have another buddy who's interested in trying it out. Like I just have all these friends who are into it or wanting to jump into it. So I might need to jump in with Splatoon 3 with you guys and like
do it.
Because right now too, like they're not doing any new events for Splatoon 2, right? Like they stopped that like last year, right? With some of like the main events.
They're pretty much just maintaining now.
Yeah, gearing up for the next one. So, yeah, when the third one comes out this fall.
Now, I will tell you, if you want to get your feet wet, on the 28th, I think they're doing a beta for it. So that might be your chance to hop in. Maybe you can, run around a little bit, see if, this might be something you might want to
if it's my speed.
Look into.
Yeah. Sweet. I might need to check that out.
What are you playing?
I have been playing
Subway Surfers on the toilet, right? I knew it, dude. See, it's fun, right?
He was hoping you weren't playing that reverse card. Threw it down.
Really
slammed the table.
You wouldn't notice. I know it says Garrett's online playing Subway Surfers right on Discord. It's horrible. I hate it. I wish I could turn that off. But no, I know. I know we make fun of JJ a lot by not playing games, but I didn't play any games this last week.
JJ, he didn't play anything this week.
He was. Are you serious, dude? And you call yourself a gamer, man? Like that's pathetic.
I literally didn't play even a second of a game. I didn't even fire up a game. I did like sometimes I'll fire up a game with the intention, and I just don't play. Like I'll turn it on and then turn it off. I didn't even do that. Like nothing.
Did you do anything game related? Did you maybe paint a Metal Gear model? Something?
Mobile games count.
No.
I don't know if you know that.
Wow, he was a normie for the whole week. That's crazy.
Most nights I spent researching camera and video equipment for work. And then over the weekend, I was putting together some D&D character sheets, which I'm excited for.
Fair point.
I'm excited. Okay. I'm excited for what those are possibly going to be used for here, but can't say more. But yeah, so it was weird. And we were just busy. Like a lot of nights, like we were just busy with either people coming over, or us going places, or having to go do run errands.
Right after you said the D&D sheets, I wanted desperately for you to give a goofy lip.
No, JJ. I'm sorry.
See what that's about.
Yeah, no video games. It's crazy. My Switch literally is sitting on my bedside table, like next to my bed, right where I was working a lot of the time on my iPad doing like all this research for video equipment, sound equipment, stuff for work. And I kept looking over at it. I'm like, man, I want to play you so bad. I want to play something.
Garrett, remember all the fun times we had?
I want to play the Live Alive demo. I still haven't played more of that. I still wanted to do this, that, and the other thing, and nothing. So, like I said, with the release of this Kirby game this week, I need to jump into that, so I at least have something to talk about next week. But cool. Sorry I don't have more for you guys, but that's I'm glad you guys brought it this week. I'm glad you guys brought it.
Your mom just logged off right now because of her deep disappointment in the fact that you haven't played a game this week.
My son, I'm not playing games?
Deeply ashamed. Deeply ashamed.
I'm so sorry, Jen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The son you raised,
Thank you all so much for listening this week. We appreciate each and every one of you who goes ahead and takes the time out of your day to listen to us, download those episodes, watch on youtube.com/supergamerboys. We appreciate you and couldn't do it without you. If you have a friend who's remotely interested in video games or extremely into video games, please recommend us to them. Spreading the news of our podcast helps us to continue to grow. I've been looking at the statistics lately on some of the different the metrics on podcasts and YouTube, and it's we've been just not growing a ton lately. And we're like, you know what? If all of our listeners, even just told one friend, that would double our numbers. That'd be great. So go see if you can find a friend to tell this week. And remember, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. I also look at the numbers and I can see how many people who watch are subscribed or not subscribed. It's amazing how many people don't subscribe. So if you're watching this on YouTube, click the button because the numbers are consistent each week. So obviously you're watching each week. So you might as well subscribe so you know when they goes live, right? Like,
come on, man. Don't you want to hang out with us every week?
Please hang out with us.
All right, now don't make us look all desperate. Come on now.
Sorry. But if you want to support us in other ways as well, if you've been sticking around for a while, you love what we do, and want to help us make more, want to help us hit that goal that we've set, $100 a month, and we're going to put out another show for you guys. Go over to patreon.com/supergamerboys, starting at just $1 a month or more. We have up to $15 a month where you can be JJ's boss, like we said before. Support us there, help us make cool things, buy cool equipment, make content that's worthy to show to you guys. And you can also support us by going to sgbstore.com, get some sweet merch. That's another way to tell people about us. You can tell them verbally, or just wear a t-shirt with our logo on it, or drink out your morning coffee at work out of your Super Gamer Boys mug. That would help us both with spreading the word and put a little money in our pocket. We'd appreciate it. Thank you to all you who do
slide
buy
us a 20 like Grandma used to do.
Yeah, just like Grandma used to do. Remember, w.gg, use our code SGB to get 10% off, and that also helps. We get a kickback here to the show with that.
You'll get a kickback when you drink it.
Yeah, kickbacks all around. Shout out to Jack Sriracha and Yate for allowing us to use their music on the show. We appreciate them so incredibly much. You can find them on Spotify and Apple Music to stream. Please listen to them. It's great stuff. And you can also, purchase their music on Bandcamp. I need to look up if it's on iTunes, but definitely on Bandcamp. And they probably take a lot less fees. So if you want to support them to the max, go to Bandcamp.
Do it.
There. During the week, you can find us at supergamerboys.com, Twitter and Instagram at supergamerboys. I am on Twitter and Instagram at gmorlang. Adrian, where can they find you at?
You can find me any and everywhere at Homeboy.
JJ, where can they find you at?
You can also find me on Twitter at JJPurdom, and don't forget, you can always find me each and every week at Suplex City Pod. I also do the Suplex City Wrestling Podcast, produced by the Super Gamer Boys. Each and every week we talk pro wrestling, Scott Falder and myself. This week we have a guest coming on the show. Buddy Sotelo Esquire, a pro wrestling manager, is going to be stepping in and filling up the gap. We're going to have a lot of fun. Join us. It drops every Friday, and it's a really fun show. We talk pro wrestling and how much I love that stuff.
Awesome. Go check him out at Suplex City Pod on Twitter. And that's it. That's all I got for the show. JJ?
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here this week. It's been a blast. Don't forget Dubby. You can put it wherever you want. Remember SGB? No? Is that not a thing? No, that's a thing. You can do whatever you want with it. Don't forget, we're here each and every week. Tell a friend, tell a couple, even if you don't have friends like Garrett. Shout it from the rooftops. Yeah. People are bound to hear it. For Garrett Morlang, for Adrian Homeboy Holmes, for myself, JJ Purdom. Don't forget to also support Garrett on his OnlyFans account, folks. He needs to get more subscribers. He has to be able to monetize it. We are the Super Gamer Boys.
And we'll catch you on the flippity flop.
No games. I can't believe you.
I need the OnlyFans support so I can continue to add on to my mansion.
Dude, your compound. It's a compound.
I'm just blown away. Like, he made me go to the far west side of the property the last time that I was there.
Oh, yes, the West Wing.
Yeah.
I call it the West Wing.
Where Bitterman hangs out.